That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Right through there for a strike. The 0-2. Popped up left side. Arenado settles under this one. Out. Number 2.
That hanging breaking ball looks so juicy to the hitter, and nothing more frustrating when you miss that pitch and you pop out. He's going to have to think about that till his next at bat.
Brian De La Cruz in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. Second inning here, no score. Next offering is in for a strike. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Miami down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Down the left fielder, Jordan Walker. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Fortes puts it away for the out. And there's one down. And here comes Tommy Edman. A switch hitter batting right. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Snags it for the second out.
Ball's just not carrying the first tonight.
Batting none.
Now you would actually say that to your teammate in the dugout.
No, I'm not that cruel. But someone would say it to me, and I'm sure it's probably been said before.
Now up for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. And a swing and a miss. Wynn playing up the middle at short, 22 years old. And he was a second-round pick in 2020. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. No trouble here. Puts it away. Offense held in check there. Back here in St. Louis. And now Jesus Sanchez. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And he grounds one to the right side. Over to Goldie. And one away in the top of the third.
Batting eight. The designated hitter,
Avisail Garcia up to the plate. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. Top of the third, no score. And 1-2. In the air, right field. And there's two away. Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins.
Nick Fortes.
That one out to right. And it falls. So the two-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. Luis Ariz stands in. That one almost got him. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Righty to the plate. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Slides, but it gets by him. And that keeps the inning alive. Oh, the throw is wild. And they won't get him, and he goes first to third on the error.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
The first baseman.
So 2 down. Here's Josh Bell. Hit hard. That gets through. Runner from third in to score. And they take a 2-run lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time. Good balanced approach and just blasted it through the infield.
Ball one avoids the first pitch for ball one. Anderson, the lead runner at second. Bell on at first with 2 down. Edge of the zone for a strike, and the count is 1-1. Lined, and that's a base hit. Anderson flying around third. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score, and it's 4-0. He's not stopping on his way home. He's in there. 3-run score. The lead is... Here's the shortstop at the plate, Francisco Lindor. The pitch. And a foul ball. The 0-1. And it's strike 2.
0-2.
Outside low, and it's 1-2.
2 strikes.
And that one hit to first, and he handles it himself for the out.
Batting second.
Here's Brandon
The
Nimmo.
designated hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
Foul ball. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-2 is the count.
Ripped on a line. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And first offering is fouled off. And he swings through that one.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there. But you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And that one is lifted in the air. Sizing this one up. And makes the grab. And that's the third out. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the DH, Chris Taylor. The pitch. Ground ball left side. And it finds its way through for a hit.
Waste no time there. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield. It's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Right through there for a strike.
Betts is definitely one of those guys that excels at everything he does, Boog. In terms of baseball, he can do it all. He's won World Series, batting titles, Gold Gloves, and everything else you can think of.
This one in the air, right field. Brings it in.
Batting third, the first
baseman. Here's the Dodgers lineup now.
Ready.
This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Teoscar Hernandez in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Gets under it and pops it up. Should have this one. Nabs it, and that is that. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Pete Alonso.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Flaherty back to work. Swings through that. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, they'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with them. Away. Clearly, that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play, and that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch, and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Flaherty, a guy that really fills up the strike zone, rarely walks people. The downside is the home run ball more likely in play. Slings to first, and Winker is set down.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Up the middle. Edmonds slings to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Doing for the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And now it's Max Muncy. And a pitch. 0-1. Found back our way, and that's out of play. 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a pitch. Just missed. Garrett Richards, a guy who was originally a first-round pick of the Angels out of the University of Oklahoma. And a swing and a miss. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Here's Kike Hernandez. First offering misses badly for ball one. Senga goes 6'1", 31 years old, and he was born in Japan. Now this is in the air down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. No score here in the second. Chopped left side. In plenty of time to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Batting 7. The shortstop,
Tommy Edman at the plate. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Winker brings it in with a nice running grab. Back here in L.A., top half of the third inning, and stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Well, these Mets, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Jeff McNeil stands in. That's towards center. Hernandez has it sized up. He's got it. And there's 2 down. So up next, Francisco Alvarez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Wouldn't chase that time. Two down, nobody on. Rip to short. Throw on to Freeman. And the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. And we're still knotted at 0. Set for the bottom of the third. The batter now will be Will Smith. Fought off foul. And the righty deals. And strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Nasty fork ball for strike 3.
Wow, short work to Sidney Packen to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
And he deals. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Alvarez brings it in. 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Chris Taylor.
Here comes Chris Taylor. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Right through there for a strike. It's in there, and it's 0-2.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. Dodgers go down. They are still scoreless. And we're back.
Leading off
John
with the
Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the fourth, Francisco Lindor. Flaherty back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare. Only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
Swings and misses. And that is strike 2. Now a screamer into the outfield. Betts makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Nimmo stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a miss.
You know, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
Wouldn't chase that time.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in a 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
That one lifted to left. Hernandez settles underneath it and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Mark.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Flied to right his first time. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 1. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And there's a foul ball. Fourth inning underway, no score. And he gets tied up right there.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Two outs. And that one in the air center field. Hernandez has it sized up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Mets strand 1. Bottom of the 4th. Mookie Betts will get us started. The right-hander back to work. Clips the corner. 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Here's the 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Righty delivers. That just misses. 1-2 to count.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Stays alive. And a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And here it comes. Makes the catch. 1 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And that one fouled off. Right down to shoot. 0-2 now.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
McNeil gets it to first, and Freeman is retired.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. In the air, center field. That one gets down for a hit. And now a two-out opportunity for Max Muncy.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrel.
And he's got it in right field for the third out, so that'll. Dodgers leave 1 through 4. Still tied. Zip. We go to the top of the 5th. And stepping in for New York, Jesse Winker. The line to kick the pitch. Line drive. Adam in center field.
Sometimes you want to be aggressive early in the at-bat. He was right there. Hard line out. First pitch of the inning. No reward, but hey, you got to keep swinging it.
Starling Marte up to him. He's 0 for 1. And there's a strike. Marte, 35 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Swing and a miss as that one was high.
No ball, 2 strikes.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back. And he brings it in on the warning track.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. He's 0 for 1. That one hit to right. Betts on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. No score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Kike Hernandez.
The center fielder, Kike
And a
Hernandez.
pitch. Foul ball there.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story.
And a superb diving catch.
Hitter's got a broken heart on that one. It had base hit written all over it. Maybe extra bases. Great diving catch for the upset.
And here comes Tommy Edman. That one fouled off. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Kicks and deals. Swings and misses. Struck him out. And up to the plate is Will Smith. And first offering is fouled off.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
0-2.
Two down, nobody on. He goes down looking. Dodgers down in order. 6th inning coming up. Still nothing on the scoreboard. Top of the 6th inning. And now here's Jeff McNeil.
The second baseman, Jeff
The wind of
McNeil.
the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. Edmonds slings to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, I believe we talked about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Alvarez swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor now at the plate. Clobbered to right field, way back.